We were live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, but not good old YouTube. Now we're live on YouTube. That was embarrassing. Here we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait, wrong picture.
I was so confused before the show because I was trying to tweet it out.
No, you're fine. I completely understand the confusion. Ooh. Dude, I had a weird sleep last night.
Same.
Did you watch the Suns game?
Oh, yeah.
That's
notes on it.
We'll talk about it in a second, but Josh Okogie, I still want to pump out the rhetoric. Josh Okogie. As a Timberwolves fan, I'm happy for Josh Okogie to have figured it out, but I'm also so pissed off and jealous. Like, why is he working out for y'all and he didn't work out for us?
Yeah. Is there a problem with Minnesota's development of players?
Oh, of course.
Oh, boy.
We can't develop shit.
Perfect.
No, but it's actually like such a problem that they just can't develop players, and it goes back for so long. And I mean, Josh Okogie's looking like the 3-and-D demigod that they've needed. Now, Kevin Durant making his home debut, he actually looked rusty. Kevin Durant didn't look good. I think people can agree with that. Was Kevin Durant needs to shake off the rust. He looked way more rusty than he did when he was first traded to this team. And do you think there's any concerns that after this game that maybe the Suns can win, or do you think that after a win like this over my Minnesota Timberwolves, who in my opinion we choked the game away, we could have won this game?
Yeah, Gobert said the refs did choke it.
I didn't know that.
He said that they clearly wanted Phoenix to win. You know what I had to say? My comeback to Rudy Gobert was maybe, and it's just a suggestion, maybe don't turn the ball over 21 times. I don't know. And then you don't have to worry about refs, right? That's just me. But yeah, Kevin Durant is back. I turned the game on 1 minute because the Bulls were still on. So I turned the game on. 1 minute had passed, and
the two small Bulls.
Yeah, the two small Bulls were on. But regardless, I saw Kevin Durant, like he was in, and from like the 11-minute mark to whenever the first time out was, I believe it was like 6:30. Kevin Durant, I actually don't think he touched the ball. He might have touched it once or twice. Yeah, he didn't touch the ball, like maybe a handful of times in the first 6 minutes of the game. So that was interesting. He was also guarding Cat. But
yeah, I do think it. I mean, he just had an off night, all right, and I think he was just finding other ways to impact the game, and he knew that he didn't need the ball all the time, so he found other ways to impact the game, and I'm not going to complain, all right. I'm not going to be a hater like you, and I thought it was fine.
Of what? When was I a hater?
You just said he went 9 minutes without the basketball.
I said he went 6 minutes without the basketball, and that's not his fault.
Okay,
how is that in any facet a hate?
You made it seem like it was his fault, is the way I understood it.
He was just running around doing a whole lot of nothing. He was open plenty amount of times, but he wasn't involved in the offense.
Yeah, because he didn't need to be.
Well, that's not true, but
did they win the game?
Yes, and so then using your stupid logic, they won the game because Kevin Durant didn't touch the ball much. How's that?
Yeah, maybe that's the whole case. Maybe.
No, I mean, I am glad Minnesota got the loss because the Lakers are creeping on up the West.
I just want to see like what is going to happen when this team faces a team like Sacramento or the Clippers in the playoffs. Will they have enough depth, and will they be able to survive games like this where Kevin Durant has an off night? That's where I think is the big question. Can they survive off nights? I mean, Devin Booker's a god. Chris Paul's awesome, but will that be enough on every given night?
Ooh, probably not, but we'll see. Josh Okogie is
Josh Okogie's a reborn
if
man.
he's hooping, Book's hooping, Paul's hooping, and Aiton's hooping, and Payne's hooping, and Warren's hooping.
Also, one thing that's weird about the Suns is that they have like a different bench every night.
Yeah, because Monty Williams isn't. He's
Like some nights we'll see
overrated.
Damian Lee, other nights we won't see Damian Lee, and then
play Damian
Jock
Lee.
Landell, who's been good like all season, we'll see him some nights. Then we won't see him like last night. Darius Baisley, who they traded for,
Yeah.
like
When Baisley first got there, it was frustrating because he didn't play at all when he first went there. And then he'll be thrown on out there. Monty's an interesting coach.
you don't like Monty.
I don't. It's not that I don't like Monty. I don't think he's as gifted as people make it out to seem. I think he, as a lot of coaches are, though, every team's gonna argue about their coaches' rotations. I just think Monty Williams has a lot of interesting rotations. So, and I would imagine Suns fans would attest to that.
All right, I mean that's reasonable to say. I think Monty Williams. I don't know why, but it
Seems like a great guy.
He seems like a nice guy. I want to know why DeAndre Hayden hates him so much.
Probably because he calls him Bud, and Ayton hates being called Bud.
I tell people that, and I also emphasize my Bud when I want to sound condescending.
I hate Bud, unless it's like some respected OG.
I call people Bud all the time, and then if I really want to be an asshole, like let's say I'm at my school job, like checking people out, and you kind of like pissed me off, and I like want to like basically let you know that I'm like pissed off right now. I'll be like, "Thanks, Bud." All right, hey Bud, can you get that for me? Thanks, Bud. I'll like say Bud like a bunch of times. I'll be like, Bud, over here, Bud. Can you do that for me, Bud? Thanks, Bud. That's really nice of you, Bud. And I'll like just say Bud, like Bud, just keep saying it, and like it'll just be really uncomfortable by the amount of times I say Bud.
That doesn't sound that bad though. Some people, like to some people, Bud is not a big deal. Like, you know, like imagine your grandpa called you a Bud every sentence. Like,
30% of the race is 30% of humans. The human race is an idiot. Okay, like in the sense that they're sheep. Like they don't process emotion, or like not like that, but like let's say this example. This is how 30 to 40% of humans are sheep. Like if we sold
just
people,
watch an Andrew Tate video.
no. I had a coworker tell me this because he was he worked at Best Buy, and so let's say Kevin Durant is the best TV you could buy right now. All right. And a bunch of people came into Best Buy and they were like, all right, I want to have a home theater. Like, show me what I need. You showed them 3 TVs. You told them the specs between all 3 TVs. There's a 68-inch, 72-inch, and a 70-inch. 2 of them are 4K, one's 1080p. You explained all the specs. Person still doesn't know which one they want. And then you explain it again. Still don't know which one you want. That time you're starting to get pissed, so you just tell them the Kevin Durant TV is the best TV. That person, no matter 30% of people, no matter the price, are going to pay the Kevin Durant TV because they're told you're telling them what to do.
Yeah, that's like, and it's really funny you use KD as the example because Barkley went on 60 minutes, and as he always does, he shat on KD and was like, he's not the what was the analogy he used? He was like, he's not the bus driver, he's the bus rider, I think was the exact words he used. Some people just like being told what to do.
Yeah, so like I never thought about that, but like yeah, like 30% of our race, like they don't like conflict. Like
I don't like conflict.
No. Like, listen to this. Okay, so my roommate. Well, that's what I'm talking about. My roommate. My roommate's fucking retarded.
Same.
Just kidding. So my roommate. All right. The other day we ran out of paper towels. I saw this motherfucker go get paper towels. I bought a value pack, like the $50 value pack. You know what I mean? Like the 15 rolls of paper towels that last you like 5 months. So I bought that. I was like, okay, it's your turn to buy the fucking value pack because I just bought the value pack in like August. So he goes. I go. It's just so stupid. I'm sitting on my couch and he comes back from the grocery store and he comes back with two
rolls
of the cheapest paper towels, like the see-through, like two rolls, like $99. Yeah,
they're at checkout. They're just like, dude, take it.
Like to clean up any puddle, it requires the whole roll.
Yeah.
Like, they're absolutely worthless. Okay.
Yeah.
So like I kind of bitch at him, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, dude, this is like pretty retarded. Like I was like, this is like literally gonna last this one day. So he literally looks at me. He's like, well, he looks at me, he goes, well, I'm pretty retarded. I couldn't find him. I was like, what do you mean you couldn't find them? You couldn't find the paper towels. He's like, yeah, I couldn't find it. I was like, well, where did you find those paper towels? He's like, in the paper towel aisle. I was like, did you not think to look next to those paper towels to find the rest of the bigger paper towel packs? He's like, no, I'm retarded. He's like, can I just give you money and you go do it?
It's not about the money.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Nikolai. I hate buying that type of stuff. Dude, I don't have room. I don't have room for it.
Okay, you have like
I have a small little cart. I need meat. I need some coffee. I need some vegetables.
I thought you were gonna say you have a small little car.
I
thought that was gonna be your argument. Was your I'm environmentally friendly, Nick. You asshole. I walk.
I have issues with the water though, because it's like it's really heavy, and I don't get a cart because I don't want a cart.
Do you buy bottled water?
No.
Why?
The oceans. Dude, I don't. If I bought a bottle, okay, I get the carts. I don't get. Or I get the hand things. You know what I'm saying?
The jugs.
No. At your carts, I get the thing you hold as opposed to the one you push.
What do you do for water? What do you do for water?
I wait till Nick goes to the store and buys water, or
do you guys drink bottled water, or do you guys drink?
We open where it opens.
The fridge.
No. Not in Florida. No, you buy like the big jugs and then
the jugs with the little press can.
Yes.
I know which ones you're talking about.
Those things are heavy, man.
Those things are heavy. Those ones are clutch.
Yeah, they are really nice. I gotta buy one today.
Is the water that bad in Florida? I don't drink tap.
Dude, don't drink the tap water.
I don't drink tap. I drink tap back home in Maryland because I had groundwater in Maryland. Yeah. But like we had a filter.
Like Chicago water.
Shut the fuck up.
Great Lakes.
Shut up.
Apparently, tap water is really bad for you.
No, tap water is good for you.
I don't think today's day and age I'll show you some pictures.
If you drink city water, you're having fluoride in your water. And we all know if you drink fluoride in your water, that's how the government's putting microchips in your brain.
And making you infertile.
Yeah. Goddamn fucking libtards.
Yep.
It's all them Democrats' fault. I blame Nancy Pelosi and that
Nancy
Hispanic bitch AOC. But let's talk about the Sacramento Kings. And I've said it before. Supposedly, the Sacramento Kings fans want to start a petition to have a statue erected in commemoration of this basketball team. I say, if this statue were to get built, I want Malik Monk to be the biggest person in that statue. I want the statue actually just to be of Malik Monk. Put nobody else there. Just put Malik Monk. That's my one thing. But the Sacramento Kings officially have ended the playoff drought. It was 2005 to 2006, the last time that this team had made it to the playoffs. They have clinched the playoffs. They have clinched their seeding. They have done it. What do you think about this, buddy boy?
2005 was a good year. Yeah, good for them.
I'm trying to think of something so fucked to reference in 2005, and it just didn't come.
Tiger Woods' Masters win. How's that? Try that one on for size. Good for the Kings, man.
Sean Alexander, 2005 NFL MVP.
No shit. That's sweet.
37
Who's on the
rush-
cover of that, Madden?
05 was Donovan
McNabb. Yeah.
No, 06 was Donovan McNabb.
Oh.
05 was Ray Lewis. 07
yeah, you're right.
was Sean Alexander.
Yeah. And that was one of the best Maddens ever.
Yeah, that was a good run from like 04 to 07.
I think we've done this. We've done this before. We've gone through the Maddens.
We have gone through the Maddens. Though the Kings right here, you got De'Aaron Fox, who's going to be the inaugural Jerry West Clutch Player of the Year. And then you got yourself Domantas Sabonis. And with Pierre, aka Pee Wee the Plug, we kind of sat here and said that if we had to say for like the guys that are top MVP candidates, you got your top three, Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, then you got your Luka, then your Tatum. And I think everyone's in agreement. Like after all those guys, it's Sabonis. And if the Kings had a better record, or if Tatum and the rest of the guys weren't having as great as a season, Sabonis would be a top 3 MVP candidate. Sabonis, the 7'1", following his father's footsteps. Sabonis, who's actually, this team actually has an 118.9 offensive rating, best offensive rating in NBA history.
Times are changing.
What are your thoughts? Well,
I'm running out of new things to say. Just give me the damn playoffs. Keegan Murray broke the record last night, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, that great point. What do you think about that? And also, can we talk about the Keegan Murray trade? Not that it's like dissipated. It just we aren't talking about it as much. I felt like in the beginning of the year, everyone talked about Keegan Murray. Is it just because his game's not flashy?
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
He's also on the Kings.
I know, but they've been the story all season. I just don't.
Not
why?
really.
You don't
Nobody
think
really
so?
talks about the Kings. No, I mean now they are, but
well, I want to say that the reason why I'm saying this is I feel like Keegan Murray has been the most consistent rookie for the entire NBA season. That he's done the same thing every night. There hasn't been a drop off where it's a bad month for Keegan, or that we were like, oh, he's having an insane month. He's just done the same shit every game, day in and day out. And that's where I want to ask you, why don't you think Keegan's getting the hype? Because that's the other thing is everyone's not even. I don't even think people have him as a top 3 rookie of the year candidate, because everyone's like it's Paulo, J-Dub, Benedict Mathurin. They only throw Keegan Murray, and this is a guy who started 74 games averaged 12 points, 45% from the field, 41% almost from 3, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, about a steal a night, half a block. Like, am I dumb for thinking that like Keegan Murray deserves more recognition? And I lied. He started 72 out of 74 games so far.
I mean, technically he's only averaging 11.9 points a game. So I think people are drawn into numbers, scoring numbers, and Keegan's the guy
Post All-Star, 12 points. 12.1.
Some would say 11.9 is 12. So, yeah, he started his rookie year really hot, but it's not like he's bad. He's really consistent. He's really efficient. I think, yeah, it's just not necessarily flashy like Jabari will have. Jabari's averaging 12 points a game, but it's not nearly as efficient as Keegan. So,
Keegan.
He's really good. He's just great. Like he'll take 10 shots a night and 7 or 8 of them will be threes. And 40% of them will go in. So I think, I guess it's just not the flashiest. And then the Kings fans they're seeing it, but I really don't think people watched Kings games until post break, where it was like, okay, the Kings have one of the hardest remaining schedules. They're probably going to fall here, and that'll be that. Still, nonetheless, I'll make the playoffs. It'll be a good first season for Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. But I just think the Kings in general, no one really gives a shit. Now they do, though. Now they're on the radar.
I also didn't realize Keegan Murray, his first 5 games, he averaged 17.5 points.
He averaged like 17 something in his first month in the season, and I believe the first 2 games he came off of the bench for this Kings team. Yeah,
it's crazy. As like for the season, he's like averaging like about 9.5, 10 field goal attempts a game. In those 5 games where he was averaging 17.5, he was taking 13.5 shots, still shooting like 50% from the field, and taking 7.5 threes compared to right now where he's taking about 6.5 threes. So, and he was shooting in 39.5%. So it just shows that only reason his numbers are like this is because he's like the 4th or 5th option.
Yeah.
Exactly. When we assume potentially Harrison Barnes either is gone after the season, or if he is brought back, he's, moving down the pecking order. But
he's already kind of down in the pecking order just because you have it's almost like Keegan, and so you have Sabonis, you have Fox. It's almost like Herder, Barnes, Monk, and Keegan. They're all kind of like your combined. They all average around the same points per game. I think Harrison Barnes, I don't think he'll be back. So I'm curious what they do to fill in that gap, because there was that one game where Sabonis and Fox was out, and I think Barnes had like 30.
Well, Barnes could always come back because Mike Brown was his coach in Golden State.
Yeah, I think it's like Chris Middleton, where people are just kind of assuming.
I actually think Chris Middleton's leaving,
and I think Harrison Barnes is gone. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't make why go.
Yeah, Chris Middleton makes sense to go because Chris Middleton's going to get paid by somebody, and the Bucks are going to be like, well, we just went on to have the best record in the NBA without you for most of the season. So why are we going to pay you $40 million a year?
Well, when they're at the NBA Finals, I wonder if that changes.
That can, yes, that could change things. But I think, Harrison Barnes, the reason why I see him being more likely to come back is he's probably going to cost them like $20 million to come, and they're going to be like, cool, we'll give you a 2-year extension.
Yeah. Or you trade for OG Anunoby.
That could also be something that they do that I don't think is possible. Anthony Sanchez, yes, we were just talking about the Kings and Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes. Last thing to say before we wrap up this segment. What is your playoff prediction? I think they'll make it at least to the second round. Depending on who they play in the first round will dictate how confident I am that they make it to the Western Conference Finals. Like how convincingly they beat the team in the first round.
Yeah, I think they'll make it to the second round, and a big team might run them off. But the narrative, instead of making the playoffs for the first time, now it's let's see how far we can go. You
Exactly.
never know. That could be the Dallas of the 2023 season.
The Dallas of the 2023 season, where their new coach leads them to their first berth. But hey, did you see? Who's done such a good job at acquiring talent this season?
The Utah Jazz.
That is true. My man, Luka Šamanić. Luka Šamanić played 25 minutes, had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Yes, I know he shot 25% from the field and 25% from 3. But did you know also Will Hardy was his assistant coach when he played for the Spurs for 2 years?
Very cool.
I also want to say Luka Šamanić has the most badass tattoos for a white guy. Like he's competing with Daniel Tice. I think Daniel Tice. No, Juancho Hernangomez. Juancho Hernangomez and Luka Šamanić are the 2 most tatted up white guys in the league. Have you not seen Juancho Hernangomez? He has like up to his neck.
Juancho Hernangomez, yeah.
He's up to his neck tattooed. But Luka Šamanić is a guy who's for the last 2 seasons has been averaging like 25 and 10 in the G League, just utterly dominating. And he's a 6'10", 225-pound power forward, can play small ball 5, showing some switchability. And the way that I see, he was a guy who was a bit overdrafted by the Spurs. And for him, at this stage of his career, what I expect him to be is similar to a Kelly Olynyk type player. I think maybe a bit, he could be a bit more athletic, more athletic version of Kelly Olynyk. But again, a Kelly Olynyk type role. I'm not saying that he's exactly like Kelly Olynyk. That'd be like low hanging fruit. But a guy who comes in like Olynyk's career averages, 28 minutes a night, 12.2 points, 49% from the field, 38% from 3, 6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, about a steal a night and half a block. That's kind of how I see Luka Šamanić. If it all works out, that's what he's going to do. He's going to be a guy who can kind of space the floor, be like a 4th or 5th option, grab some rebounds, pass the ball a little bit and provide, passable defense when needed. He's not going to be a guy who's going to be here, who's going to be like a standout defender, but he can be a positive for them. I mean, they've had success with Chris Dunn. I think for the Jazz, getting guys like Chris Dunn, Luka Šamanić is really big for them because going into next year, we know this team's going to look different and they're going to have to rebuild, not rebuild, but retool again because I don't expect Jordan Clarkson to be here. I don't expect Kelly Olynyk to be here. Maybe even Simone Fontecchio is going to be gone. I think all the guys who are close to 30 or over the age of 30 are going to be gone. I think.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, we could never know, but I think they're really going to commit to the Lowry Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Ochai Agbaji, Colin Sexton. I mean, Colin Sexton could even get traded. I wouldn't be surprised if a team like the Wizards call them and they're like, "We need a guard. Give us Colin Sexton."
Yeah.
And they say, "Here's a 1st round pick and like Johnny Davis." And we'll take. I've also joked around. We should see Johnny Davis and James Bouknight switch teams. Be funny. It would be funny.
Bouknight still got it, man.
Shut up.
What?
James Bouknight still got it?
Yeah. Watch the film, bro.
Watch the film. Yeah, he falls asleep with Doritos in his lap with a gun as well. I mean,
Who doesn't?
So James Bouknight in 29 games this year, 2 games less than he played last year. He's playing 13 minutes a night. He's in more minutes. He's averaging less points than he did last year, and about the same amount of rebounds and same amount of assists. His stats are basically similar to last year, if not worse, with more minutes.
Well, when PJ Washington's dropping, what did he drop in the fourth quarter? He had 43, but I think he dropped 20 and 20, 21, 22 in the fourth quarter the other night. I think the Hornets are a lot better than given credit for.
Oh no, they are. They are. They're just doing.
What? You'll watch like a Hornets game and they'll be like, yeah, the Hornets have been the best defense since a trade deadline, and then I'll hop on Undisputed and they'll be like, the Lakers have the best defense since the trade deadline. It's like, is anybody fact checking these statistics? Because I'm pretty sure it's Charlotte. But I think my point about Book Knight is, I mean, when you watch him, I think he's still got it. I don't think he ever didn't have it. It's just he doesn't really play, and it'll probably be a different team that unlocks him because Charlotte will be making a play-in run next year.
No, but I think, I think it's definitely interesting to look at the Charlotte team because I made a video, okay? I made a video saying this. All right, when I look at the Charlotte roster, there's talent here. There is talent on the Charlotte roster, all right? In the sense that, let's say we get rid of Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier's contracts, all right? Let's say those guys are gone. That would basically be $54 million you just freed up. Going into next season, if you look at this team, you have LaMelo Ball, bring back PJ Washington, bring back Miles Bridges. You got Cody Martin, you have Nick Richards right there. That's 5 guys that are decent. Put in Mark Williams, that's 6 guys. All right. Bring back, if you want, Dennis Smith Jr. and Teo Maledon, that's 8 guys right there. Now let's trade the rest of the team, meaning Kai Jones, JT Thor, James Bouknight, get those guys out of town. Now you got 8 guys on this roster, and you got about, what is it, like $40, $50 million, $60 million at that point in cap space. You can go out there and realistically go for a big fish or trade for a big fish if you wanted to use that top draft pick. If you have, maybe if you fall and get yourself a pick at number 9 instead of drafting a guy 9th overall, where, outside of the top 3 picks, it starts to become a crapshoot. You can go and get yourself maybe a Dame, maybe a Bradley Beal.
I was about to say Bradley Beal. Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward for Bradley Beal.
You would have to send more picks than if you just did a deal like if you instead did for example.
Exists.
Yeah. I was going to say, because they could actually next year, if they kept Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier on the roster, and instead, I think it's $50 million they have to get under. So if they just package Cody Martin, Nick Richards, and James Bouknight, and Kai Jones and JT Thor, and just sent 2 first-round picks, they could take Bradley Beal's contract and still have Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier on the team. Actually, and the other thing is people don't realize Gordon Hayward's contract will be tradable this offseason because he's entering the final year of that deal, but there is a 15% trade kicker in the deal. But with that being said, he will be tradable because it is an expiring deal. So a team probably like the San Antonio Spurs, Pacers, Pistons, will be like, oh, just send us Gordon Hayward with a first-round pick and we'll buy him out.
Yeah, we'll see what they do, and they'll have a top pick. I think they're guaranteed 5th. The Bradley Beal thing, I mean, Beal would demand a trade, and I don't know if they'd send him to Charlotte, but yeah, LaMelo Ball is a special talent, and they should have. I mean, Mark Williams and Nick Richards are dogs, so PJ is a dog.
PJ is a dog, and PJ is what we thought Darius Bazley was going to be.
I think I don't know if the "we" word is applicable here, but because I don't see that at all actually. But Bazley has had some. I think PJ Washington is real. I could see PJ Washington being 20-point per game scorer. He'll get you rebounds, he'll get you assists. He's versatile on the defensive side, and I know Bazley's had a couple of good scoring years, but I don't really see that. Nonetheless, Charlotte is better than people think.
Yeah, no, I agree, and this is a team that
The longest playoff drought in the NBA right now, the Charlotte Hornets.
that is funny as hell. That they aren't they. Yeah, I guess with the Kings making the playoffs, the Hornets replaced them as the longest playoff drought. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know about that. Did you watch the Bucks game last night?
Fuck no. Bud
Yeah.
Holiday had a good game. Giannis had a good game. Can the Bucks not play? I thought the Bucks were good defensively.
Well, can I say this? I feel like this has been the first season that people have finally started to go, like everyone has been going, yeah, that Drew Holiday guy, underrated. It used to be like if you knew basketball, you knew that Drew Holiday was like this like hidden gem that not everybody talked about. Like it used to be Mike Conley. Now Drew Holiday's replaced Mike Conley as like the that like unknown defensive dog who's actually also a really good offensive player, but everyone just like didn't give him his credit, and now like he's been thrusted into the spotlight, and because of Chris Middleton's injury this year, he's become a true number 2 option next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and everyone's like now starting to give him his roses. But like Drew's been doing this like since day one. Like Drew's been getting better, played for the Sixers, played for the Pelicans, now with the Bucks, arguably if not the best perimeter guard defender in the league.
Yeah.
14th player in this season to hit over 50 points.
How many?
14 players have scored over 50 points this season.
Oh, I hate that. That's disgusting.
Number 14 right here.
Oh my goodness. That cannot be real.
No, that's a real stat.
There's no way that's who? Mitchell.
Yeah, you're mind blown by
Giannis.
that.
Who had the recent crazy game?
Was it Damian Lillard had that?
Dame, yeah, that was the one. Dame. I forgot about that. What do I even Google to single game?
Yeah.
Scoring
Season
NBA.
Scoring game.
There's just no. Where do you see that stat?
The Athletic.
Oh, Luka had a 60 burger. All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh my God, that's really weird, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so weird. Forgot about Randall's was recently. Embiid, Doncic, Book, Giannis, AD, Giannis, Clay. Forgot about the Clay one. Luka, Joel, Siakam.
All right, let's go through here. Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell both had 71 points each.
24 players have had over 50 points this year.
First off, Damian Lillard is on this list. Holy crap! Like, there's more guys. There's 24 guys who scored over 50 points. The Athletics.
I think it's not. No, because guys like Giannis have done it twice, or like Luka's done it a couple times.
They didn't count the doubles.
Luka's done it a couple times.
All right, but yeah, Damian Lillard's on this list twice right here. You got Luka at 60, Dame at 60, Donovan, Dame at 71, 59 from Joel, Devin Booker at 58, 57 from Julius Randle, 55 from Antetokounmpo, 55 from Davis, 54 from Antetokounmpo, 54 from Klay Thompson, 53 from Doncic, 53 from Embiid, Siakam. I forgot about that 52 burger. Drew Holiday last night's 51, Jason Tatum 51, Doncic 51, Booker 51, Darius Garland 51, Curry 50, Antetokounmpo 50, Lillard 50, Doncic 50, Curry 50. Damn, bro. What a season it has been.
Drew didn't even play that much. Is 50 the new 20?
That's 30.
I don't know, man. Not on that list. 50 is the new 20 from 20 years ago now. That's crazy. It's just so saturated. It's so watered down. Taylor Horton Tucker had another 40 burger last night, like he did to end the season last year. And no one's batting a damn eye because 40 is the new 15.
It's wild to think that the NBA play-in starts April 11th. That's less than 2
it's
weeks
just make
away.
it come here. It's like the West. Someone was like, make a video on the West. The West is set. All right, Dallas isn't making the playoffs. The Jazz aren't making the playoffs. The Western teams are set. It comes down to seeding now, and like I don't know. It's what I was talking about yesterday. There are, I think certain teams want it, like a Golden State. Now that they're back in 6, like the Lakers, you want a top 6 seed, but there are certain teams there, like Golden State and LA, that it doesn't terrify me. It is unideal. You certainly want, if you're going to make the plan, you certainly want 7 or 8, though. You don't want 9 or 10.
Well, let's pivot over here and let's do our Eastern Conference playoff prediction right here. Well, we just lost our boy Jackson. And as we wait for Jackson to return, Jackson has returned. Hello, Jackson, baby boy.
I'm not ready to do predictions, but I'll give it a quick.
Yeah, is that why you just left?
No, I was pissed.
All right, here's a better version of that little graphic. I like this one better. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Because if I go like this, I don't think you can
That's
see.
yeah, I see.
Well, can you see now? You can't do it like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah, I got to do it the other way. Either which
Ooh,
would you like better,
nice.
this way?
Pretty cool, yeah.
I'm going to go this. So here we go. As of today, the play-in tournament is New Orleans versus Oklahoma City, Minnesota versus Los Angeles, Toronto versus Chicago, Miami versus Atlanta. So
A cool second round matchup will be Golden State LA if the season ended today.
yeah, that would be a cool matchup. So if we're looking at this right now, we'll start in the East because I think the East is easier to predict than the West. I'm going with Miami beats Atlanta. Atlanta plays Toronto. Atlanta beats Toronto. Atlanta plays Milwaukee. Miami plays Boston. That's my play-in prediction as of today with 13 days until the play-in. While I go Lakers beat the T-Wolves to be the 7th seed. Pelicans beat the Thunder. Then the T-Wolves beat the Pelicans to play the Nuggets. What is your plan? Drum roll, please.
I guess the Pelicans and the Lakers. And then actually no, I'm gonna go Minnesota and LA. And then Miami and Atlanta. Yeah, just both 7 and 8.
Alrighty.
There's
And
no shot in hell right now that the Chicago Bulls can win 2 basketball games when it matters. We'll see, though. I hope I'm wrong.
all right, so with that, what up, Chris? What's your playing prediction right now? For me, when I look at this, my Eastern Conference Finals, it's going to be Milwaukee versus the Celtics, with my dark horse team being the Miami Heat. Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, and the boys just need to turn back the clock for 20 games. So, and then I'll go west, the Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. And if I have to say, it'll be a Nuggets versus Bucks NBA Finals.
It's not possible.
Not possible?
Western Conference Final can't be.
What did I say?
It'll be second round. Phoenix and Denver will play each other in the second round.
As of right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the way that's just the way it's gonna end. I don't think Golden State's gonna catch up to the clip show.
So then that means it might be a Nuggets Grizzlies final. I mean, if the Lakers go and knock off the Grizzlies in the first round, I'm going Lakers winning it all.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go Lakers, Phoenix, Western Conference Finals. Golden State's a pain in the ass, though. So is Memphis.
Yeah, no, I agree. They
So
are.
Sacramento. I think it's barbecue chicken if you got AD against either. That's why Golden State will be more of a pain in the ass than Sacramento if they get out of that round. But it'd be barbecue chicken AD on Sabonis.
I want to.
Sides.
Oh, that's another thing. There's multiple teams in the West that like I could believe that they could go on a run. It just I want to see how they play in the first round and how if they dismantle a team or not.
Yeah, I don't think they dismantle the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, and the Warriors are a team that like they could also. We can't count them out until the fat lady sings.
Yeah, and they could. They're a game out of LA. But then they're only a game into Minnesota. So like the seeds won't stay.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how this season continues to go, and it's just been such a blur, and it's gone by so quick, and it's been so much fun. But yeah, with the way things are going, I'm going Denver, Memphis, Western Conference Final with Denver advancing, Milwaukee versus Boston with Milwaukee advancing, Nuggets versus Milwaukee. And I think it's Jokic's year. I think Nuggets win it. I think the Nuggets
already is on that one.
I think the Nuggets do it. What's yours?
Based on this, I'm gonna go Lakers to the finals.
Okay.
Against the Milwaukee Bucks.
I would love to see that. Do you think AD could stop Giannis?
I don't think you can stop Giannis or AD.
Would you be the way the Lakers beat them is let Giannis score as many points as possible and then just, like lock down his teammates so he has no help?
I'd try and shut down Giannis. I'd try and get Giannis to shoot.
I would just double team everybody and just say, Giannis, you can score as many points. You can have 100 points, Giannis. We're just going to we're going to just double team every other one of your teammates.
I would just shut down that paint because let's take a look at the Bucks 3-pointers this year. Can't be that high.
Well, what I'm saying is
they're fourth.
That means Davis and Mo Bamba would be the two guys you'd have to rely on to protect and wing Gabriel.
I don't even know if Mo's coming back.
Yeah, what's going on with Mo Bamba?
He's out for the year.
What is the sprained ankle?
Season.
Right?
I don't know. Well, yeah, he's out for the regular season, or that was the initial report. But
it's a high left ankle sprain.
I don't know how you. Yeah. He was so nice for the Lakers. Yeah, I mean the Lakers make no sense to go to the NBA Finals, but AD and LeBron. I agree with Uncle Shay. LeBron will get another ring before he retires. It might be this year.
Is the left ankle sprain that bad? He suffered it, March 9th?
That wasn't that long ago.
It was like
took KD a couple of weeks to come back.
21 days.
Yeah, it's almost April. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, was it really that bad of an ankle sprain?
Evidently.
It's just upsetting to hear.
Yeah, he might be back for the playoffs.
That's what maybe they're hoping. You know what time it is?
It's a rigged game.
It is a great game. We play it every morning. Why does it look like Chris Paul? Doesn't it?
That's Chris Paul, right?
Unless he's got a headband on in that pic. Dennis Schroeder.
3. Schroeder wears 3.
No.
Who wears 3 in?
Is that Jordan Poole?
That's a good guess. Because the thing is like when I saw 3 and it said Pacific, I was trying to think of every guard. I was like, it's not De'Aaron Fox. I was like trying to think of somebody on the Kings. But when he said Jordan Poole, I was like, yep, it's Jordan Poole because of the ears and the head. I knew it was a short enough hair. Okay, so Rocket News just Chris just hit us up with some Mo Bamba update. They said he will miss at least 4 weeks, so another week till he's reevaluated, it seems like. If it was a March 9th injury and today's March 30th, at least the earliest is next week. We'll see it probably in 2 weeks. Is more than likely when we'll see Mo Bamba return to action.
Ooh.
Now, let's see if there's... Huh?
He's ready to go on the plan.
Look at this. Shocking news. So on Basketball References MVP tracker, they have Nikola Jokic retaking the being the front runner for the MVP award. But according to the straw poll, allegedly, our man Joel Embiid has a narrow lead. So Embiid totaled 790 points. Jokic totaled 788 points. But Jokic had 42 first-place votes compared to Embiid, who only had 40 first-place votes. Embiid finished in second place on 45 votes, 6 more than Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo received only 18 first place, 15 second place, and 64 third place. Rounding out the top 5 were Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic. And Tatum appears to have a firm grasp on the 4th spot, while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Domantas Sabonis are threatening Doncic for the 5th spot.
Yeah, Doncic is nowhere near an MVP this year. Sorry, Mavs fans, but I still got Embiid, and I don't have the stat in front of me, but I'm going to take an educated guess here and say Joel Embiid has played significantly less games than Nikola Jokic. So I think it'll be Jokic, but if I had a vote, and I do, and keep that in mind, Joel, for not playing against Jokic. I'm going to keep that in mind when I'm taking my vote. Carry on.
I don't know if you're being serious or sarcastic.
Carry on.
Also, that Keenan Thompson bit I sent, wasn't it so good?
I think I saw a little bit of it. I think it was like a couple of minutes long, so I think I was out and about. I think I watched it taking a piss. But briefly, it was funny.
Supposedly James Harden's been dealing with this Achilles for some months.
Yeah, this dude's hurt, man. He's not James Harden right now.
Dude, you think he's about to pull a Kevin Durant? That shit's about to pop, and then he goes to James, and then that's why he's going to Houston, because he's like, I'm gonna pop my Achilles this playoffs. Knock on wood that doesn't happen, but he's like, I'm gonna pop my Achilles, all right, and then I'm gonna sign with the Rockets this offseason. Spend my time in the strip clubs for a year. Come back.
Yeah, I'm not on board for that. I don't like when players play on Achilles soreness.
I don't either.
I think we've learned that lesson a couple of times.
Pierre and I were talking about this because I told him I've had twice, and it started a year and a half ago. I've had 2 times playing basketball where I felt my Achilles just kind of like tense up. As soon as I felt my Achilles at all feel off, took off the shoes, stopped playing basketball, took a 2 to 3 week break until I had no pain in my Achilles. And Pierre was telling me the same thing, that he was playing at the rec and some old guy saw him like reaching down and touching his Achilles, and the guy just said, go sit down. He's like, ain't worth like, messing around on that. And he said, yeah, he also took 2-3 weeks off. I don't mess with Achilles because that's not an injury. Like, it's ain't worth playing around with. And Chris, you were saying the same thing. Here's about a be on that injury recovery on with a prescription of tit and ass.
Why don't they just shut down Harden for the reg season?
Because they need a good playoff standing.
They're already solidified. If you have Embiid, you're solidified 3. I don't think Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland's a good team, but there's 6 or 7 games left in the season. Like, just rest them, which he did rest, and then he came back. And
I'm curious to see, though, will this be like the hampered James Harden that we saw in that Brooklyn Nets series?
that's how he looks right now.
That is how he looks right now. And if anybody remembers, that was not pleasant. I mean, they did win a series that year.
Yeah, they were a toe away from the NBA Finals, most likely.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Possible.
It's crazy. If James Harden's a hamstring didn't like get hurt, he would have. That Nets team might have made it to an NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Also, why does it feel like forever ago that happened?
Because it's already
2
Thursday
years.
and it's already April almost, and it's already 2023. And during the Aztec Mayan calendar in 2012, the world stopped and we entered a new timeline. And this new timeline has time going double the speed in light years.
What are you referencing? Like knowing?
No, I was just, I don't know. I was just referencing like being a schizophrenic, I guess.
My friend met a schizo on Facebook dating, like my coworker. He also said, dude, that the like easiest pussy ever is on Facebook dating. Like if you want like pussy now today, go on Facebook dating. All right, he swears by it, my coworker. He's also like one of the TV anchors, so it's just funny as fuck. And he swears by like Facebook dating. Like he was just showing me like these 5 girls he's met that were just sending him pictures of their tits and pusses.
Oh my
and
God.
like, and one of them has schizophrenia. All right.
I was about to say, I guarantee if I go on Facebook right now, someone will like me on Facebook dating, and I don't know. I didn't know I had Facebook.
He said 90% of them are like trailer park trash, but the 10% that are hot are fucking looking for cock. Like they're looking for cock on Facebook dating. Like girls who are on Facebook dating and hot, they're thirsty for some dick. All right. And this one girl has schizophrenia and he's going on a date with her because he's just going to fuck her and like then like dip. But like she has schizo. So like it's like I've been telling him this movie Miss March. There's a whole subplot where this guy's girlfriend has this girl he starts hooking up with is super hot, but she has epilepsy. So the whole subplot of the movie is that the first time they have sex, she has an epileptic seizure, and it's the greatest orgasm he's ever had of his life. So he spends the rest of the movie trying to induce another epileptic seizure so he can have another great orgasm. And I just told him, I was like, watch this bitch have like a schizo attack mid-sex and you love it. And then you develop this whole schizo kink and you're going to spend the rest of your life fucking only schizophrenic women.
Oh, there we go.
What are you thinking? Look at Jackson.
I'm deleting Facebook dating right now. I don't want
Jackson's on Facebook dating. Jackson put it in the work, making a profile. He's putting there.
It's just my Facebook profile. I'm trying to give him a good reason for why I'm deleting it.
There's not enough. There's not enough puss for this cock over here.
I'm going to say people are not looking for the same type of relationship as I am because there's too many hoes.
You're the type of guy who comments once on holiday in Spain. Me and me mate got on a pedalo and ended up in Africa.
The hell is that from?
Off for a quick tug. This girl's so wet for me, I can hear the waves breaking in her fanny.
Fanny, oh my God. How European of you.
It's one of my favorite lines ever. You still haven't
I
seen
don't
the
know what that's from.
In-Betweeners?
Oh, that's from the In-Betweeners. That's a great show.
You've seen the In-Betweeners?
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised.
Wow.
Have you seen all of it?
Of
And both
course.
movies?
And the movies, yeah. of
Yes.
course.
Jay's
Fanny,
like,
that sounded so much like In-Betweeners. Yeah. Jay.
well, you're fucked then because you're a twat. Ah, yes, well, mom's vibrator.
Oh, Will's such a nerd.
Well, I love Jay. Bring your willies because we're going to be knee deep in clung.
I used to love Carly.
Carly is pretty
I was
hot.
always rooting for Simon.
So was I.
Where did they go? They went to like Ibiza and she hooked up some chotch.
We can all go on a mental holiday together. 2 weeks of sun, sea, sex, and sand, booze, sex, minge, fanny, tits, booze, and sex.
I like the caravan episode.
Oh, the caravan's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, Jay quotes are the best. I could sit here and just quote Jay. I shagged a bird in the Tower of London. They're just so good, the quotes. They're just so random. Or there's another one where when I fingered her, she shit down my arm. Morning, Benders. Jump in the binge mobile.
The Minge Mobile. That's a classic.
He's not my fucking football friend. I'm just really good at shagging now. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god. Dude.
I love who's the bully? That guy's sick.
Oh, the bully's funny. It looks like this. The best line, another one. It looks like this. If I go to prison, my anal virginity won't last a day. Oh my god. In-Betweener quotes are so good. I'm trying to see if there's any other one. Just because you've puffed on your first joint doesn't make you Kurt Cobain.
It's a good one.
The show is so good. Oh wait, the best. I'm just really good at shagging now. That's all I'm saying. And do you put the balls in? Yeah. Can do. Some girls like that. Some don't. That's the best line. Do you put the balls in? Neil was the best one. When they show up for the school dance and he's in like the 70s one-piece suit and his cock is like super In-Betweeners. Wait, Neil disco suit. I gotta put this. This is the best. There is nothing better than this picture. It is pure ecstasy, and it will remain one of the funniest, if not the funniest thing from this show. When they show up with Neil at the end of season 1, when he's dressed in the one, and he gets a boner when he's like talking to the teacher, and he's like commando underneath. All right, that's it. You got anything else to say? What a great show. I did not know you were an In-Betweeners fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, I am going to go shit. That's where I'm at this morning. Yeah.
True. I'm really tired.
I woke up during this, so. Yep.
Yeah. I always wake up after the show.
Be a friend. Tell a friend if you guys did enjoy. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time as always. 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern time. Anything else, Jackson?
No.
All right. Goodbye, guys.